The OA by Punker Jeffy. What up, my dudes? Been a minute since I've done me a little track review action here, especially on this game. I don't really see anybody else doing too many track reviews on this anymore, but this is one of those new tracks that really caught my eye, really gave me that feeling of like, oh, I've never seen anything quite like that before, and you guys know I'm all about that shit. That's like literally that's like Spencer Turley's definition is like, something that no one else has ever done before, basically. Like, if you could look me up in the dictionary, that's what it would say. Something that you have never ever seen before, bro. So I don't know what this is. Is this like a motocross track? Is this a little trail? Almost kind of feels like a cool little trail track here, but I just also wanted to remind you guys that I've been playing quite a bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on PlayStation 4, so if you have a PSN account, definitely go add me up. My PSN name is just Spencer Turley, no space, no capital, and I will get on there and add you up and play some Black Ops 4 and other random console motocross games and stuff like that. That's also my name for Xbox Live. That's also my Steam name. All of my names for all that stuff is just Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. So go add me up on Steam. I'll invite you to play some MX Simulator. I'm trying to really shout that out in a couple videos, trying to let everybody know before my friends list starts getting too full and stuff like that. I'm trying to let some of my OG fans know that stuff because I didn't really tell them in any videos beforehand, so I'm really trying to get in here and explain that. Like, if you're wanting to add me, if you're wanting to get me as a friend and play with me on, MX Simulator and get all the special invites and all that kind of stuff and play on consoles, just go add me, dude. Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. I'll add you back within probably like a day or so. So either way, man, this track's looking sick, dude. That was a really cool little section I saw there before where I went through that kind of aqua blue water. It's got this interesting kind of like a desert, almost like an oasis, you know what I'm saying? I just love the way he's got this, and I'm not even really sure how he makes this, where, oh, I gotta be careful right there. Yeah, it's a little angled jump, okay. Where he's got, like, you guys can almost see it in the dirt there, where it's like sand, but it doesn't just look like sand. It actually has where the terrain is dug down in the dirt like how sand would be. It's not just like a sand-looking decal. It not only looks like it, but it's actually, you can see where the dirt is dug down in the ground on it, too. That's really sick, man. I don't know how you go in there and make where it's like each individual tiny little baby rut. You know how sand ruts are in real life, where there's like 7 or 8 different little squirrely ruts going through the dirt. It actually looks like that and feels like that on the tracks. That is super cool how he's been able to capture that on it, man. That's awesome. Really, really feels like an actual sand track in that sense. And that's something that MX Simulator has a hard time getting, because even if you go in there and make those very, very small type of sand squirrely ruts and stuff on a track, a lot of times it still doesn't really feel like a sand track because they don't have enough softness to them. Like this right here, it feels like even though there's like 7 or 8 ruts in it, you can just push the ruts however you want to, just like you do on a normal sand track. But that's so cool with motocross, how there's so many different compounds of dirt, and you can have like sand mix with normal dirt. You can have dry hard pack that goes to sand. You can have sand mixed with wet. I mean, there's just like so many different types of tractions and feelings and the way you ride on it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they keep it pretty standard when it comes to like your AMA tracks and stuff. Even in real life, they keep it somewhat the same, but like when you just talk about being able to ride on any kind of terrain in the world, there's like a plethora of different options there. But I love the way his selection on the watercolor there, it really goes together with the track nicely. It's got that very awesome contrast of colors with all the off-track, kind of that light tan type of coloration vibe. Then on the on-track, you got a little bit more of a darker tan brown look. And then that water with that kind of almost like green aqua blue coloration. Look how cool that is, dude. Oh, man. That's where it's at, bro, for show, though. Oh, dude, looks so cool how it just like barely comes around right there. So this is almost like a motocross trail hybrid-ish-esque style thing here. Not like a whole lot of hardcore ruts or anything, but it does have that like well-made on-track feeling, right? You just know how some tracks have it, some tracks don't. This one's got it, basically. it's not like a super difficult track. You know, obviously it's not like, oh my gosh, some of these jumps are like really insane and hard to hit. That one's really cool right there. Oh, you might be able to triple down into that and then hit this. That is potential. But, yeah, but overall, I think, man, it's just got a nice little combination of the on-track filling and the jump size filling and some of the corner fillings, stuff like that. Ooh, hit a little kicker right there. But yeah, obviously you can see, man, well made for show. It's just so cool when you think of how much track content there really is for Reflex. I mean, it's just absolutely unreal. It is so crazy to me when I look back at just how many tracks there really is for this game out there right now on Reflex Central. If people actually realized how many tracks there really was for this game, they would have a whole different opinion on it. You know, some people that look at Reflex like, oh my God, it's so dead. Oh, that game sucks. Why would you play that? You know, I'm going to go continue to play my official Monster Energy Supercross game and whatnot. Those kind of people that just don't understand Reflex, they're so clueless, man. They're so clueless at how much stuff you get for free in this game when it comes to user-created content. So many different gear options, bike skin options, track designs, everything in a brother, dude. Like, it's just crazy. And MX Simulator is the same way. Same exact way. Whoa, you can jump that big. Wow, that was a little crazy how much momentum I actually caught before I came off of that jump face right there. But, yeah, and then just the plethora of different types of tracks that you can have. You know, when they have it to where you've got that unlimited track editor to a game, it makes it to where not only are you getting just a lot of cool, like, different types of woodland tracks and standard design tracks and stuff you'd normally see in a motocross game. Not only are you getting a lot more different stuff of that, but you're also getting stuff that you would never see in a standard motocross game. Like, I can just about bet you right now Milestone will never, ever, ever put a space track in their motocross game. It's never going to happen. You're never going to see it. So the only way you'll ever get a space track or something as unique as a space track in one of those kind of motocross games is if you have that sort of endless track PC editor type of vibe going on with it. That's the only way you'll ever see it. And even like this right here, I mean, this is almost to that, like, unique point. Like, I just doubt you'd ever see something quite like this in a motocross game with this sort of cool deserty and then the contrast of the water like that. A lot of times you just don't see stuff that's that level of cool and different and unique in those motocross games. Usually they keep it pretty standard. Back in the old school MX versus ATV days, you'd see quite a bit of crazy design stuff, you know, like in your Untamed days, stuff like that. You'd see some cool stuff, but they've really tamed that whole side of it down quite a bit, you know, actually seeing like cool design type of stuff. But yeah, dude, this kind of reminded me of my Oasis motocross track that I made, my first YouTube video ever. And this is basically the same sort of idea, even though this is like way better executed here. And obviously I made mine on simulator, and that was way before I even knew how to really put decals and really make tracks and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, really, really cool seeing this. Sometimes people will go in there and make certain tracks like this. This almost has a bit of that simplistic-y, almost like somebody's first track on Reflex kind of layout to it. You know, it can kind of give you that feeling a little bit. But once you like actually get on the track and really start riding on it, you realize how good it actually is. You know, you can look at it to a certain extent where it's like, oh man, I don't know, it's that layout of that thing looks kind of basic. You know, it's like the on track almost seems totally separated from the rest of the track. I just don't know how to explain that, but some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you hardcore, you know, real track editor dudes out there can understand what I'm saying. Just kind of how, you know, a first timer's track looks on Reflex. Kind of looks like it, but it's not. It's really not. Once you start really getting in there and riding on it, I love the fact that he put a couple of monster style jumps like that. A lot of times they'll go in there and make a track like this, and there's like no jump that's bigger than 80 foot. So yeah, it's cool to see at least a couple of them that you can really jump big like that. I don't know if they're really making you all that much faster on each particular section, but oh, nice little wheelie up a wall type of section. Nice couple. You can jump this pretty deep right here and get into this rut, and I think that's that sharp corner. Yeah, you got to be careful right there and not shoot off the track. But he had that one area right there where it was almost like whoops going up a hill, but I don't think those are really meant to be whoops. I think it's really just meant to be like pre-made roughness, so it does have a little bit of that going on for sure. Even right here, you can kind of see it. Oh, dude, getting squirrely. That reminds me of watching those amateurs at the Monster Energy Cup. Did any of you guys see that? I think it was the first like super mini race. Pretty sure is the one where those two dudes, I think they were both on KTMs. One of them was wheeling like right beside the other dude in the sand whoops. They were like racing super, super close. That's what that reminded me of right there. But yeah, either way, a couple little nice water sections. You come back around like that. So it's a nice contrast, man, for sure. Nice track design. It's just so cool when you can, you know, it's one thing to have just a desert track that looks like tan all the way around the track. I mean, that's cool to get that. Holy God, I'm actually stuck. Wow. Yeah, I can back up. Can I? I can't really back up. Oh my God, I was actually stuck on that. Okay. Like totally straddled out the rut right there. But it's cool when you get designs of tracks where it's like, you know, it's like a desert vibe track, or it's like this other kind of track, whatever, winter track, or snow track, or standard woodland, or whatever. But when you get those unique ones where it's like desert but it's got a aqua blue water pond on it, or it's like snow but it's got crazy big you know, like darker colored mountains on it, or something wild like that, or you got like a standard woodland track but then it's got this big canyon thing on it, or whatever, you know, just getting a little bit more unique than your standard real life biomes, and kind of expanding and kind of being able to expand those real life biome ideas even sometimes a little bit more than what you might see in real life. It's really cool when people can create that where it's not crazy to the point of like a space track, but it's like you're playing off of Earth biomes, but you're just expanding them and making them more interesting than they would be in real life. So it's cool, and you can kind of do that on some tracks. But either way, man, overall, cool track. Love how close you put some of those trees together, and then how you don't really have a whole lot of trees out here, but you do have them in some areas. It makes it kind of cool. Gives it a bit of a realistic look, and kind of just the standard ways put together some of these mountain sections off the track looks really good. Got somebody revving their engine outside right now, bro. Pray for him, dog. You know he's on some sort of crotch rocket going wide open. But either way, some of the jumps can feel a little smaller. There are a couple of them that are bigger, but overall pretty standard. Like the entire track has a bit of a roughness, kind of changing terrain feeling over the entire thing. So it's really nice to see that. None of the track feels like super flat, glass flat, or anything like that. So overall, I'm going to give this puppy a, I don't know. I'd probably give it like maybe a 9. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, some sections are a little lackluster. Some of the jumps are a little smaller. But overall, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. Difficulty, you're looking at maybe a hard if you're used to like normal reflex tracks. I mean, this one definitely has some pre-made roughness going on it. So, but it's not super hard at the same time. So either way, man, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, my dudes.